Hello and welcome to our Christmas special!
Today we are going to talk about Christmases past, memories, traditions, and everything else. We're so excited.
Cue the Christmas jingle!
Hello and welcome to Rare with Flair.
The podcast where two festive 20-somethings with the same rare disease are living our best holiday lives.
Are you going to say that you're the host, Cassandra?
Oh, yeah. I was really proud of myself. I'm your elf, Cassandra.
I am your co-elf, Casey. I have to say something right now because... So, I don't know if the listeners here notice, but every week we switch off who says, hello, welcome to Rare with Flair, and then who says 220-somethings with the same rare disease. And I was thinking, if I get the 220-somethings, I want to change it up and make it Christmassy. And then you got it, and you did it.
We're on the same brainwaves.
Same brain. I was going to make 220-somethings with the holiday. Like, I was going to do something funny like that, and I'm so glad you did it, since I didn't get that part.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad I didn't let you down. Oh, yeah, we didn't plan that. Casey and I love improv.
We're on the same wavelength, but before we get to the Christmassy holiday fun of this episode, we have to fill our listeners in on something that cracked us up. So if you guys are, listening to every episode, which you should be, we did a music episode a few episodes ago. It's called Thank You for the Music, and we talked about our favorite artists, and I told my list of my top 10 favorite artists, and Cassandra told her list of her top 10 favorite artists, musicians. And you can tell what you first found out.
Okay. This is mad trippy, and we found this out after we recorded, but before we released the episode, so I put it in the show notes. If you go to our website, rarewithflair.com/podcasts, you'll see that on our episode 7, I put this note in there, but we found out that each of our number 5, and it was so funny because we also ranked them the same number. Casey's number 5 is an artist called Regina Spektor. She's amazing. She's talented. Mine is a super talented violinist named Kishibashi. He's Japanese. Fun fact, Kishibashi was once in Regina Spektor's band for a good bit of time, and it was insane. And I found this out because I was doing some, reading about artists is something I literally just do in my spare time. And so I was like, wait, what? And so it was wild. So I texted Casey immediately, and we threw that in the notes. But yeah.
But the wildness does not end there. So we, like Cassandra said, we found this wild connection between two of our artists. And then, so 2 of Cassandra's artists were called AJR and Jukebox the Ghost. Lo and behold, both of those bands have been openers for one of my favorite artists, Ingrid Michaelson, and I've seen both of them in concert live. I'm screaming when I saw Ingrid Michaelson. So that's another way that our lists were completely intertwined, and we had no idea. Like, Cassandra's over here, gushing about her favorite artists, and little did I know I had seen both of them live because they were opening for one of my favorite artists. It's crazy. I know a lot of you guys might not care, but we cared, and we thought it was wild. So there you go.
Fun facts for today, but oh my gosh, we have a Christmas episode, and we could not be more excited. We love the holidays, don't we, Case?
My whole life, all I've ever wanted to do is have a Christmas special. I don't know how I was going to do it because I don't have, a TV show of my own or anything, but this is the next best thing. This is, the start of my festive season, and guess what? It's coming out before Christmas because every time we talk about a holiday, it's already passed, so.
Yeah, and we can talk about it, on another episode that comes out, I think, also before Christmas. I honestly, the calendar got mixed up in my head, so yeah, I could be wrong about that. But we get to talk about Christmas more than once, and that's great.
Yes, no, we are super excited. We're just going to go through a bunch of different categories, just talk about traditions, foods, decor. We're going to talk about all of it, so sit back and relax. We hope you are having a great holiday season, no matter what you celebrate or where you are in the world, and we are so excited to do this. So we're going to start off talking about traditions. And I think the first category you were going to kick off for us, which is food.
Ooh, food. Casey and I, we like to eat. But what's fun is, and I think it's a big part of how I experience the holidays, is I mentioned before, I'm Puerto Rican. Some people don't know that, but, you know, I'm putting it out there again. So my parents moved to the States when they were in their 20s, but they grew up in Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico, if you don't know, Commonwealth of the United States, basically think like a colony. But even though they're part of the U.S., they have very much their own traditions. They have a lot of national pride, too. But Christmas in Puerto Rico is really different, and so that's a lot of what I'm going to be talking about, especially as regards to food, is, you know, this is the stuff that I grew up eating, even though I grew up in Ohio. We have, I think, some delicious food. We have, I think, what do most American people eat for Christmas?
I can't speak for everybody, but I would say it's pretty similar to Thanksgiving food is what we eat for Christmas.
Oh.
Like casseroles, potatoes, meat. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I mean, most people in Puerto Rico really like pork, and so the big sort of central meat that we would eat is the way that they cook it. It's called pernil. It's like kind of toward the back of the pig. It's kind of the shoulder. In Puerto Rico, if you go, I've gone for Christmas. I've seen, like, my dad's side of the family, they had, like, an entire pig roasting it on a spit. Sorry, vegetarians.
Oh, wow.
It was insane. They find ways to eat all of the parts. And,
wow.
You know, I never had pig nose, but I did that day.
Oh,
and it
goodness.
was okay. Yep. That's a big part of it, but it's seasoned really well. It's delicious. It, like, falls off the bone. It's, like, slow roasted. Another big thing is rice and beans. Is, like, in every Latin American culture, but for our holiday, it's kind of like a holiday rice and beans. It's with different kinds of, not necessarily beans, but they're kind of peas. They're called, they're pigeon peas in English, but it's called arroz con gandules. It's really good. We have something else that is, think, like, somewhere in between a tamale and a hot pocket.
Ooh.
It's this sort of pocket of meat and deliciousness, and so the masa is made of, like, pureed green banana, so unripe banana, some yuca, like cassava root, and some of the local squash that grows on the island. They call it, like, pumpkin, but it's more of just a squash. And then you fill it with whatever you want. You can fill it with fish or, like, pork or chicken or whatever. And then, like, you wrap it up in, like, a banana leaf, and then you'll boil it. And it's really good. We made them for the first time homemade last year. And they're, like, it's a very long process, but it's a labor of love. So those are a few of the delicious things that we eat at our house. I'll put some pics in the show notes.
Yeah, I was telling Cassandra to say, you know, we always kind of go over an outline for our episodes, and I was like, don't tell me anything. Save the food for the episode, because I'm so fascinated, like, by other traditions, and I love hearing about traditions passed down through different, like, cultures and generations.
Yeah,
I feel like my food section is not going to be that long because, like, we have a main meat, which is usually, like, turkey or ham, kind of like Thanksgiving, and then we just do, like, casseroles, you know, mashed potatoes and green bean casserole, whatever. So it's really not that different from our Thanksgiving food. It's like Thanksgiving take two, which I feel like is kind of what a lot of people do. Just those kind of, like, fattening foods that are bad for you that you never really eat on a regular basis. We even do stuffing sometimes again for Christmas. Like, it's like the same as Thanksgiving, which is strange, but
wait, okay, question. What is your favorite then?
Oh, I mean, mac and cheese grits, anything with cheese. I love cheese grits so much. That's one of my favorites.
Grits are really good. Do you like green bean casserole?
I do. I like it. I like to make it because it's very easy, and you just throw all the ingredients in a casserole dish and make it. This year, I'm going to make something different I've never made before. This year, I'm going to make hash brown casserole.
Ooh,
and I'm a little nervous.
Those are the best.
They're really good. I've never made it before, but I usually make green bean because it's so easy. But I'm going to do that this year, and it's going to be good.
Ooh, I'm thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Green beans, I've never had it before.
Oh, it's not like, I mean, it's green beans, so it's not like life-changing, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You do like cream of mushroom soup like, and green bean and
okay. Yeah. Part of like I don't know why it kind of scares me, but I never had it growing up, so I'm just like, what is it?
Yeah. It's just green beans but fattening. So that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, so okay. We need to now talk about like media, like movies, TV, music. Like, is there a specific movie that you and your family watch every year, or that even just you have to watch every year for it to be officially the Christmas season?
I feel like some of my top favorite movies, It's a Wonderful Life. Actually, I can finally do another history fun fact.
Oh, please. We haven't had a history fun fact in weeks.
I know. Okay, so history fun fact about It's a Wonderful Life. Apparently, it didn't do well in theaters. Like, it really didn't gross well at all.
Wow.
So the rights to air that movie on television apparently were super cheap. I need to find a source to back this up that I'll put in the show notes. But I did see this somewhere that they just started playing it like because it was super cheap to show, and then people would watch it and they ended up kind of liking it, but it was really funny because it didn't do well at first. Yeah. Wow. I love that movie. I think it's really cute.
That's my dad's favorite of all time. Hey, Dad. Shout out to my dad. He listens to the pod. That's his favorite.
Merry Christmas Emporium.
That's a great message, too, that movie.
It's really sweet. Yeah. That one, I love Elf and I love The Polar Express.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I literally just started watching The Polar Express tonight right before I came over here.
Yes.
By the way, come over here. My parents have a bigger closet, so I come to my parents' house to record the pod. Yes. Secrets of the behind the scenes of the pod.
Secrets of the pod.
But anyways, Elf is my very favorite. Like, I think it's like one of my favorite movies, not just favorite Christmas movies, but actually favorite movies, because I think it's a great mixture of humor, but also like heart. You know, like what am I trying to say?
I love everything about it. Yeah. It makes me happy.
Yeah, like the end when they're all singing in Central Park, like it just kills me. Like it's
love it.
So heartwarming. That's what I was trying to say. It's heartwarming. And my other favorites are like I love the animated Charlie Brown and the Grinch. I love both of those.
I love the animated Grinch.
Yeah, I think the Grinch is another just great story of like, you know, Christmas doesn't have to be like this big. All you need is the people around you. It doesn't have to be about like the commercialism, you know. So I really like that. Do you have any favorite Christmas songs that come to your mind?
Yeah. So not to keep like going on monologues, but
I love your monologues.
So Puerto Rico. Thank you. Puerto Rico has its own Christmas songs, and it's really it's wild though. They're really, really interesting because a lot of them aren't always about Christmas. Mostly it's like they're mostly about the party surrounding Christmas and the holiday season, which is what makes them festive. But a lot of them are about like eating the pig and a lot of Puerto Rico likes to party, so a lot of the songs are about drinking and like having a good time with your fam, and like it's very fun. And there are some that are about like Christmas and the meaning of Christmas itself, but really like it's about having a good time and spending time with your family and like eating soup at 2 a.m. and like that kind of stuff. So it's wild, but like honestly,
did you just say eating soup at 2 a.m.? Did I hear that?
There is a song about that.
What is that? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's like after you've had a lot to drink, you eat soup at 2 a.m.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, if that's how you do it. 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve making my
That's
soup.
what the song is about.
I love that.
Yeah,
though.
So it's really interesting. And honestly, though, just like growing up with it, I mean, you don't, growing up, I'm bilingual, but like, you don't really think too much about it. You're just like, this is a Christmas song.
Right.
But like, it's just like, to me, it's, you know, as soon as like we finish eating on Thanksgiving, and as soon, like, it was always a CD that my parents had, but like their albums of this kind of music on Spotify. Like, as soon as I heard like the opening track on the CD, it's like, it's Christmas.
Yeah. No, that's really funny that you say the thing about, like, you don't pay attention to the lyrics that much, you know, growing up, because one of my favorite things in life is how weird Christmas songs are, and I love deconstructing the lyrics to these songs. They are bizarre. They are so weird. No, they're wacky, and it's my favorite thing. Like,
Frosty the Snowman is weird.
Frosty the Snowman's weird. They have one that says, like, telling scary ghost stories, and I'm like, that's not Christmas. And like, there are just some bizarre like, it's bizarre. And like, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh gosh. Oh well. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things to like listen to those wacky Christmas songs.
As far as American Christmas music goes, like I do love like the Bing Crosby, like chestnuts roasting on
That's my favorite. Yeah,
like,
that's one of my favorites.
It really makes me feel in the holiday spirit.
I wrote some down. I wrote the Christmas song down, which is the one you just sang. I love Grown Up Christmas List, but the Kelly Clarkson version specifically. And and of course I love all the classic religious songs. I love like O Come Emmanuel and What Child Is This and those kind of songs.
That's probably my favorite religious song.
Which one?
I think O Come Emmanuel is like a gorgeous song.
That's a great one.
Yeah, there's Christmas music is interesting too because there's like spin-offs. Wow, words. Like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh yes.
Have you seen TSO?
I've seen them. I have. Yeah, in high school.
Yeah. Aren't they awesome?
It was amazing. It was such a good show.
It was part of a Christmas gift last year that like my brother and his fiance and my parents and we all went to like a TSO show and it was awesome. It was so good.
I just remembered what I was going to say about weird Christmas songs. Do you have like a local Christmas song? Because we have this song called Christmas in Memphis. It is so bad. And it plays on the radio. And it's like, Christmas in Memphis, Tennessee. And then it goes, once again, it didn't snow. That's literally a lyric, is once again, it didn't snow. It's so bad.
I need
to find it.
I need to hear the full version of this song.
You've got to have a Christmas in Columbus song. There has to be one. There has to be one, and you need to Google it like right after this episode. I'm serious.
There's gotta be. I'm sure some local band at least made it, but be. I love that it plays on the radio.
It does. It plays on the radio, and every time I get so excited because it's so bad. I love it.
I love that. I think one song I grew up hating, but I ended up loving was the Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
I hated that song growing up because it played so much. But it was so funny because last September, not this one, obviously, I was in a bar with some friends. It was more like a club, but they played that song in September and everyone went nuts. It was amazing.
Well, you know how that song is so, like, peppy and upbeat and happy and everything? Well, Ingrid Michaelson, speaking of Ingrid Michaelson, she has a Christmas album, and she has a really, like, slowed down, like, sad version of it, and I've never realized how sad the lyrics are. It's, like, a very unrequited love story, and it's actually...
It's a ballad.
It's really sad. Like, when you sing it slow, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. But, yeah, good times.
Okay. So we wanted to like round out traditions and talk about maybe some other things that we would do like around Christmas, more like traditions in the sense of like this is something that me and my family does.
Yeah.
That makes it feel like Christmas.
Yeah. One of the things we do, we have this local thing called Starry Nights, and you like drive through it and it's like lights and they have a bunch of different things made out of lights. I'm sure most cities have that, I'm sure. So we love doing that, and we love baking Christmas cookies.
That's
and
sweet.
There are a lot of different things we go to and things we do. Like a local theater here puts on a Christmas Carol every year. They've done it like 100 years in a row, and I was in it the last 2 years. So like either I love being in it or either going to watch it, either way. So yeah, and then we have a lot of different things we do on like Christmas Eve and day as well. But I think this year will obviously be a little different.
Sure, yeah. Are you planning to spend it with like your parents and your sister, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing immediate family. Like every single year ever since I was born, we've done a big extended family deal, like with like over 40 people. And it's really nice because I don't get to see my extended family all that often. But yeah, obviously this year that's just not the safest option for us, so we're just doing a smaller one. But I'm sure it'll still be really special in its own way, so I'm excited. What about you? What are your traditions?
Yeah, I feel like we kind of mix it up, but there are traditions in, I think, just small ways. Like, we always put up our tree right at, like, on Thanksgiving or the day after.
Yeah.
And so I think it feels sort of like a tradition that, we go and we have so many ornaments now, though. So my mom always did it that, like, she bought one for, and, like, we don't do this anymore because, like, my brother and I are adults, but, like, she would buy an ornament to kind of represent the highlight of my brother's year and then my year.
Oh, that's cool.
There were whole kinds of different things, but we would go through and just, like, open the boxes, and it was super, like, nostalgic and fun, and so we don't get to do that as much. Like, I was the one who kind of put up the ornaments this year, but it's still, like, really fun to go through those.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Something else that's actually really random, but it's really fun, and we look forward to it. So I think I was in college by this point. I don't know if I was a freshman or a sophomore, but I was home for Christmas, and I was with my mom, and we went to, like, the Walmart in our town. And as we were driving out, we saw a bunch of flashing lights at a neighborhood across the street. We're like, what is going on? So we decided to pull up. And there are a few houses like this, and I don't think this is super unique, but it was the first time we had seen it. There was a house in the town where my parents live that had lights that were timed to music.
Yeah.
That you would change the station I read it. So we discovered that, and we were like, whoa. And so we've gone back for years. And every year they add something new. So it's just, we always look forward to going to that house.
We have a house like that, and my sister and I made it a tradition where we would go to McDonald's, and we would get a McDonald's apple pie, and then we would drive to that house and listen.
I love that. We got to show it to my brother's, they weren't engaged then, but, like, she came to our house for the holidays for the first time last year, and, like, she loved it, so we're really excited for both of them to come back, and, like, we get to see it again.
Yeah, like, you change your radio station to match their house for anybody who might not know what we're talking about, and and the lights go with the music, and it's really cool. It's like it's a light show, but it's, like, in someone's home or in front of someone's home. Yeah, it's like their house, like
their private home.
Yep, I love it. And then we talked about another tradition that you and I both did growing up. We did mention this when we were talking. So do you want to share first?
Yeah. So we both have older siblings. How much older is your sister than you?
My sister's 4 years older than me.
Okay, so we're about the same distance away from our siblings. My brother's, like, 3.5 years. But we would always sleep with, like, in the same room as our older sibling the night before Christmas. It was so cute and fun, and I'm glad we both did that.
It was so fun because I feel like when you're, like, the annoying younger sibling, your older sibling is like, get out of my space. But on Christmas Eve, it was like the one time that we were like, ooh, we get to, like, stay in our older sibling's room. And, like, it was fun because, like, when you're excited about Christmas Eve, like, on Christmas Eve when you're young and you can't sleep, it's so nice to have that sibling to be there with you, like, enjoying the excitement with you. And you talk and you're like, what are we going to get for Christmas? And I just think that's so cute. And obviously, like, now we're adults. But I have really good memories from that, of just staying up all night watching TV Christmas specials and being excited. And I forgot to say another tradition we always do, and this year might be a little different with the pandemic, but we always go to church on Christmas Eve too.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously, like, for me, like, the religious aspect of Christmas is, like, why I celebrate Christmas. That's the main thing for me. And, like, of course, I do all the commercial stuff of, like, presents and all the other stuff, but that's something I really try to focus on throughout and not lose that, since that's, like, why I celebrate it. So we definitely do that. And I'm sure we're going to do something this year. Even if we don't go, we'll do, like, a service virtually or something,
Yeah. No, that's really well said. I totally agree. Yeah, my church is doing something, like, on Christmas Eve, so I'll definitely be doing a virtual version of that.
Nice.
I know. But yeah, back to our siblings really quick. Like, my brother had a bunk bed, and so I always thought that was super fun because I got to sleep on the top bunk. Ooh. And then we would, like, there were years that sometimes we'd, like, sneak downstairs and peek, and we'd just kind of, like, stare at the presents and be like, oh my god, should we wake up mom and dad? No, we shouldn't do that. They'd probably be mad.
Yeah, no, there's like this feeling when you wake up in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve or like early morning Christmas Eve and you're like tiptoeing down the hallway to like go to the bathroom and you know that the presents are downstairs or wherever they are, and you just want to go. And it's like it's such an exciting. Did you and your brother ever actually peek?
There was one year I remember we would do like stockings. So there was one year we decided to open up our stockings before our parents. But we it was a joint agreement. My brother was like, "Let's open the stockings," and I was like, "Are you sure?" But
That's so funny.
Yeah, we did that. But otherwise, pretty much no. Yeah.
I never wanted to. Like, I was so obsessed with Christmas that I wanted Christmas. Even when I was that young, I could realize that, like, oh, Christmas won't be fun if I see all my presents before, So, like, I wanted to save the excitement for the actual day.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. Did you ever open presents on Christmas Eve?
We would sometimes get to open one present on Christmas Eve, but we never did the whole shebang. What about you?
Yeah, not really. Most of the time we would do it on Christmas Day, and if it was on Christmas Eve, it was like socks, or PJs, or something we could like sleep in for Christmas. So.
That's cute. That's so cute. We love a matching pajama set on Christmas. We love it.
We do.
Okay, so now we can talk about decor. Christmas decor is important. It's fun. I think like personally, my style of decor, I really like vintage. Like, I love, like, a vintage-looking Santa Claus, And I also love, like, Winter Wonderland, like, white, glitter, silver. Like, I love deer, like, a pretty, like, reindeer. And, like, I like it to be pretty, like, classic. And so, like, it's not really fun. Like, I feel like one day if I have kids, I might make it more, like, fun and kiddish, But I kind of like keeping it, like, classy. I don't know. I'm kind of a classy lady with my Christmas decor. Yeah. What about you?
So right now, I haven't done a whole lot of Christmas decorating because up until last Christmas, I was in college.
Yeah.
So I would just go to my parents' house, but I wouldn't, like, decorate or anything. But now that I'm in my apartment, I've been there for a while, I've been sort of doing little by little. So I have a Christmas tree, but it's very, like, it's really, it's tall and skinny. So, like, I got it on a Hobby Lobby sale, like, the day after Christmas, probably 6 years ago. But it's a little silver tree, and I finally decided, like, the theme that I wanted for my little silver tree. And, like, going through my parents' ornaments this year, as I was, like, putting up their tree, they had these little angel ornaments that were by this company called Department 56. And so it was like this series that they would sell at Target for some time. I don't know if they make them anymore because I couldn't find, like, recent ones, but it was like 2008, 2010, around that time. I don't know how long it ran. But the ornaments were called angel gifts, and they just have, to me, they have, like, the cutest little faces. Like, they have, like, really round cheeks, and kind of the thing that they have is, like, they're holding, like, a little object, and their little wings will say, like, "'Tis a gift to whatever," like angel gifts. Aww. Yeah, I think they're adorable. But, like, one of them, like, has a snowflake, and it's like, "'Tis a gift to be unique," and one of them is holding, like, a little house, and it's like, "'Tis a gift to be cozy." And so I bought a bunch of them on eBay not that long ago.
That's so cute.
And I finally have, I think, almost all of them that when I go back to my apartment next week, I am going to officially put them on my tree. But I'm really excited. But that's, like, the one thing I have. Otherwise, I have a nativity set, but it's, like, the one that my parents had growing up. It was a hand-me-down nativity set. So eventually I'll probably buy my own. But in the meantime, I'm loving, like, that, what you said, like, that, like, white glitter, softness. I don't know.
Yes. No, those sound so cute. I need pictures. One of my additions this year, have you seen those, like, vintage, the white like Christmas trees with the like colored lights. They're not an actual tree, but
yes.
they're like, okay, so my friend Sam got me one for my birthday this year because he knew I had been wanting it.
Like a little like porcelain one?
Yeah.
For your table?
Yeah.
My mom has one of
and
those.
It lights up. They're so cute.
Yeah.
Like, my grandma always had one growing up, and, like, so they're kind of, like, vintage in my eyes, because my grandma, I think they were popular, like, in, like, the 70s. I don't know. I have no idea when. But yeah, he got me one, and that's, like, my new addition this year, and it's just the cutest. It just makes me happy every time I look at it. It's the cutest thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, I definitely
How was your tree decorated, Case?
My tree is like silver and gold, basically, and then I have a lot of Bichon ornaments that I've somehow amassed over the years, which is my dog breed.
I really like that.
So yeah, I have a lot of those, and that's pretty much it. Though it's kind of basic. Like my parents, have a lot of those like really sentimental ornaments, and hopefully one day I will like collect those. But right now, it's more of like a just a good looking kind of tree rather than like a sentimental kind of tree. But that's okay with me. I'm fine with that.
I know, right? I was thinking about that, but I'm like, I don't have a family.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like it would be weird if I bought myself ornaments every year.
I agree. Yeah, I know. I agree.
This tree's about me.
I just buy those packs, that come with like a lot of different like baubles and
yeah, like the glass balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your tree topper?
It's a star.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just bought a star topper.
Yeah, no, they're cute. They're so cute.
I'm excited. All right, so now we want to move into prezzies, and we want to clarify that yes, we understand that people are at different financial situations in life, but we are, we're grateful to like have been able to have what we have had both growing up and now, so like we don't want to be insensitive, but we also like want to talk about like cute things that have made us happy over the years.
Absolutely.
So
we don't have it goes without saying that Christmas is not about presents. Yeah. It's not about the presents. And it's so cheesy to say it's better to give than to receive, but truly that's my thing that I look forward to so much, is giving people presents and like
I love giving gifts.
I love it. It's just
we've talked about this before.
Oh, I love it so much. I love like sitting down and being like, okay, what does this person want? Like I just love that.
I love like picking out things that you've heard them say once, and then you're like, oh, I remember they said they liked that, and then it feel like it's cool because it also feels like a fun challenge to me. It's like, can I find a really nice gift for this person? We love to, what is your gift giving philosophy? Like, how do you shop for gifts for people besides like what we were just saying?
I think, I don't know, like kind of what we were just saying. It's like, I don't want to just get them something random. Like, I really want them to have like mentioned it. That's why I really try to listen to people when they mention things, or like sometimes I'll look for those lists online, like 21 gifts to get someone this year, and they actually usually have some pretty good ideas, like pretty cool gadgets and stuff that you didn't even know existed, and you're like, wow. So I'm actually pretty, or you know what else I really love is personalized stuff. Etsy is just so good for gifts. Etsy is so good. You can get personalized. So one of my best friends, her dog passed away, and I got her last year for Christmas a portrait, like a painting of her dog, and it was just a really pretty.
That's beautiful.
It was a really pretty portrait from someone from Etsy. So there are some really talented artists on there. But I love. You know what else I love? For your fandom friends is getting them like fandom stuff. I love that.
Yes, it's such a fun surprise.
Yeah, Cassandra got me something Buffy related for my birthday this year.
Well, and the thing is, like, what I'd done this year, and then honestly it really worked for me, is like I'll see things throughout the year that remind me of someone, and I'm like, I would love to get them that for Christmas. And so like that poster that I got you was because I saw something in July, and I was like, yes, I need to get this for Casey. But I was like, I waited for her birthday in November. But, I did the same thing for my brother this year. I had seen something over the summer or something that I was like, he's going to love that. And so I wrote it down. And then when the time came, I was ready.
Yeah, no, I actually start shopping in the summer. I love splitting up my shopping because it's a lot less hard on your wallet too if you just like buy little things throughout the year when you see them. Like, and it's annoying to keep them for that long and not give them to the person because you're just like itching to give them to the person, but I'm pretty good at waiting.
I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you have to like remember where you keep them though, because like it's that thing where you store something secret in a secret place, and then you're like, I don't know what the secret place was.
I have a gift shelf in my closet that is like designated. This is where my gifts are.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Do you have a philosophy, or is that pretty much your stance as well?
Yeah. So at least what I give people is also some like things I would also like to receive. And so I try to. I don't like knickknacks, and I don't like things that I find are useless. So I'm a big fan of like practical gifts, and like practical and meaningful gifts. So like if there's a book that I find that someone I think would genuinely be interested in, like I will totally buy that for someone.
Oh, I love giving books. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes people give books to the wrong people, but you have to know the person you're giving them to. But I love gifting wall art. I never think wall art's a bad idea. Like art prints. I like trying to think of other gifts. Or that thing of like you hear someone talking about something that they like, and so that's most of.
Yeah. Do you have anything specific you want for Christmas, or that you've bought yourself? I know some people buy themselves things for Christmas, or you put on your wish list for Christmas, or anything you want this year?
Listen, I love being an adult. Like, growing up, childhood, adolescence was kind of hard. So being an adult, I think, is amazing. I love buying myself gifts. So I have bought myself this pan from a company called Our Place.
Oh,
it's like a really fancy pan, and I love to cook. I really love cooking, and I love like trying new recipes and experimenting, and so I'm definitely going to be using it. But it's like a really beautiful pan. It's very non-stick. It's like this gorgeous like lavender color. I'm super psyched about it.
Oh. Yes, I've seen that pan, and Cassandra told me about this pan, and then I've seen it everywhere since she told me. Like, it's everywhere I turn because it's such a nice.
The phones are listening to you.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. Because it was like the second you said it, I was like, keep saying it. But it's so nice. I love practical things like that. I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas? I know you're doing a no-buy year.
Yeah, I did a no-buy year this year, so I wasn't buying things for myself. And this sounds ridiculous, but like I gave my mom a list of a few things because she'll ask like, what do you want? And I genuinely don't even remember what was really on the list because I only put a few things on there. I do remember one thing though that I really genuinely want, and it's so dumb, but I'm going to use it all the time. It's that thing, I think it's called a comfy. Have you seen that? It's this thing.
What is it?
It's like a blanket sweatshirt hybrid, and it like goes down to your knees, and it's just the thickest, most obnoxious thing. I'm so cold all the time. If you know me, you know I'm cold all the time.
Oh, I'm also cold all the time.
I keep wanting it. Like, I asked for it for Christmas, but I'm like, I need this sooner because I'm freezing and I need help. So that is what I want for Christmas, is this thing I think it's called a comfy, and I think it was on Shark Tank, and now it's on Amazon or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I want for Christmas.
I love that. These are very practical adult gifts.
For me,
and I
that's
really
practical.
Like that for us.
Because I'm cold all the time. So for me, it's practical. But okay. Going back to childhood, Christmas morning, do you have any presents throughout the years that you got that stand out in your mind and you'll never forget that gift that you got?
Yeah. Okay, so I have 3 or 4 things. I'll try and do them quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 5, my brother was into video games. I'm the one that's into video games now, which is funny, but I love video games. I think it's really fun. But when I was 5 years old, Santa brought us a GameCube, and it was honestly just a magical feeling. And it was how did he know? It was so cool. We seeing it there, after unwrapping it, it was whoa! Like Christmas dreams come true. It was so fun. Wow. Yeah, that was special.
That's such a good
alternate?
one.
Okay.
We can alternate. Yeah, that's such a good one. I love that. So I think the biggest thing I ever got, and I feel like this just has to be on the list, is one of my dogs I got for Christmas, actually. Not but like it was a family, thing. And I had 3 dogs growing up. My family is a big dog family. Mainly my mom and I are the big dog people. But yeah, my dog Milo, he's still alive. He's 15. He's barely hanging on. But when I was in 7th grade, that ages me, I feel like. But yeah, we got him on Christmas morning, and it was pretty great. So I have to put that on because it's like a living being. Of course, I have to put him on my list.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
One other was like I think it was kind of a Santa thing. So another thing that I had, so like speaking of Puerto Rico, there have been a couple times throughout my life that I've spent Christmas in Puerto Rico, and it's like it's very different. It's very special. Obviously, there's no snow, so it's just unlike Christmas in the States, and they each have their own special things, and I love both of them. But yeah, so like I didn't really expect a lot that year. I was like 10, I think. But the next morning, like I didn't have cookies or anything, so I put out plantain chips for Santa.
Oh, that's so Puerto Rico, I feel like.
I know. But the next morning, I got an American Girl doll, and I was like, wow, I didn't know Santa knew that I was in my grandma's house.
We have talked about American Girl dolls before on this pod, and you guys know how we feel about them. Well, actually, I don't know if we've ever gone off on a tangent of how much we love them before, but I know we've talked about them before on this. No, which doll? Which doll?
I think it was, oh my gosh, I don't remember. It might have been either... I had, like, that was my, like, main thing. If I collected anything growing up, it was, like, those dolls. So it was, like, Christmas or birthday, like, one of those things that year, I would maybe get one for, like, some time. But I think it was either Josefina and then this one's, like, a little later as I was, getting older. I think it was Julie.
Oh.
She's kind of the 1960s, like... counterculture type hippie girl. So actually I think they moved her decade. Fun fact. I think like they made an African American doll that was in the 60s for the civil rights movement, but then they put like cool. kind of a hippie doll in like the 70s now. But yeah, so anyway, so it was either one of those two. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I remember that it was really exciting.
I love that. Well, that's funny because the next one on my list, it's similar to that because I was obsessed with baby dolls, Barbie dolls. Like, I was so into all the dolls. I love dolls.
Me too.
And I would say, I did have some American Girl dolls, but I would say the thing that I got the most excited about were the Bitty Babies, which is...
I loved my Bitty Baby.
Yeah, they were from the same company that make American Girl. They make Bitty Babies, which are like babies. Like the girl dolls are like, I don't know, they're like how old? 10? I don't know how old they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But the babies are like babies.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
They're baby dolls.
I got this Bitty Baby. It was just my dream. They came with the cute... Oh, just thinking about it, like, kills me. Like, they came with the cutest outfits, and like they came with a little book and like little
did.
like... and like even the smell of them, like
they
I
had
can
a
just
stuffed
remember,
bear.
like, yes, I think it did come with that stuffed bear, and I got like a snow outfit, like a snowsuit for it. Oh my god!
I had a snowsuit too. It was like purple.
Oh my gosh! No, it was like kind of white and blue. I think it had little like pom poms on it.
We had different snowsuits.
I'm gonna look it up and Google it and send it to you because this snowsuit was everything to me. Like I had a catalog with the snowsuit in it, and I would make my mom read me the article before I could read. I was like 4 or whatever. I would make her read me the article like over and over and over and over again about this snowsuit.
It is so cute.
Did you have the picnic? Remember the red plaid picnic outfit? Do you remember that?
I didn't, but I did have this like pink birthday dress.
Yeah, the velvet one.
Loved.
Was it velvet?
It wasn't velvet. It was just like a pink dress with like a Peter Pan collar and like some embroidered little roses. But it was I think that was the outfit that my Bitty Baby was always in.
My Bitty Baby came in like a footy. I think they came in a footy pajama outfit. Is what they came in.
Yeah,
maybe.
They totally did.
I'd be happy to get a Bitty Baby today.
Oh my god, I know. I dead serious almost ordered myself an American Girl doll this year. The only reason was because they now come with a pixie cut. And that was everything to me.
That's
and you
amazing.
can get them with pierced ears. And there is a guide dog
What?
vest. Yes.
You can get a pixie cut guide dog American Girl?
Yeah, and I almost bought one because I was like, I'm not doing anything else this year. Maybe I'll buy myself an American Girl.
You have to. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll do it next year for my birthday.
You have
I know.
to.
I was shook, and I can get like my eyes. My eyes are kind of gray. You can get them with like gray eyes, and I was like, excuse me.
This is not even a conversation. Like, this has to happen.
This is not a drill.
This has to happen. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Any
my
more
God.
gifts you were obsessed with getting when you were a kid?
I'll run through these quicker, but there's this company called Origami Owl. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they sell what they call like living lockets, and they're these like it's like a little glass circle that you can open up, and you can put these little charms inside. And
I
it's
have
really
one
cute.
because of you.
Wait,
I literally have one because of you. Yes, my mom got me one because of you.
Oh yeah, I remember because I wore it to conference. Oh my
Yes.
god. Okay.
Yeah.
So the year I got that for Christmas, the packaging is really cute. So like the way I open gifts, like I take a long time when I open my gifts because like I never can this is so blind. I never know what anything is on the first glance. So like I have to ask the gifter like, what is it?
We could not get through a whole episode without mentioning we're blind.
Yeah, no, seriously, but that happened because the charms are really small.
Yeah.
And the packaging is cute because like it comes in like it looks like a takeout container, and they had like all these like cute little the way that they packaged the charms was adorable.
Oh, cute.
But I was like, it took me a while to like figure out like what was going on, and I was like, Mom, what is this? And she's like, it's a locket where you can put charms inside. And so I was so excited. That was one. And then the last one that I had was, I don't know if you got this for Christmas, but it was like the Christmas of I don't know, 2015 or 16 or something. I got Hamilton tickets. And honestly, that was just because we were going to the HBS conference in March, which is in New York, and that we had like then we were going to see it afterward. But like I was just floored. That was like
Absolutely.
a recent gift that I was like, I can't believe that this is actually happening.
That's an incredible one. That's opening up any kind of tickets is so good. The last thing I had was just, I don't know if you felt the same way about art sets as I did as a kid, but like opening up some fresh like markers on Christmas was just incredible to me. If I got like one of those big sets with a ton of markers in it, you know what I mean? Like those big like circular.
Oh, those are fun, yeah.
I was so into that. I loved coloring growing up. It was like one of my favorite things to do. So, those were some good ones. We were really had some good Christmases growing up, and we're very blessed for that.
Yeah. And so, hooray, I'm excited for this year. But for right now, we have a game.
A game called Christmas This or That. That's right. It's this or that, but it's Christmas themed. Love it.
This is what our listeners are here for.
Yeah, that's what they're here for, is us singing badly. So, Christmas This or That. Number 1. As far as flavors go, like you're flavoring a cookie or something, or flavoring whatever you're flavoring, peppermint or gingerbread, which flavor are you getting happy about at Christmas?
Okay, this should be a one-word answer, but it's not. My mom went to a coffee shop. This happened today. My mom went to a coffee shop in our area, and they made this like, it was like a cookie. It was a gingerbread cookie, but it was like stuffed with peppermint candy.
Oh.
And I wasn't sure how that was gonna taste, but it was delicious.
That sounds
so
lovely.
I don't know, both.
I know, I kind of have to almost say both too. Like, I deeply, deeply love both flavors, and I get very excited about them. I would probably say gingerbread if I was like forced to choose, but I love them both.
I feel like it's hard. It's harder to mess up peppermint though, because you can have like bad gingerbread.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
No, that's actually a really good point. All right.
Okay. We did mention this before, but opening presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
I think it's got to be day, because you got to have that anticipation on Christmas Eve. You know?
I know. I love that. I love that, what you said earlier about that feeling of waking up and knowing that they're down there.
Well, because, like, what the heck are you going to do on Christmas Day if you do everything on Christmas Eve? I guess, like,
visit your extended family, but, you know, we never had extended family near us growing up, so it was just us, so we just hung out.
Gotcha. Okay, next is hot chocolate or apple cider.
I really love both, but...
I do too.
So, speaking of Puerto Rico, there is this, I think they sell it at, like, Mexican grocery stores also, but it's, like, this very, like, rich, I think it's semi-sweet chocolate bar called Chocolate Cortés. It makes the best hot chocolate, and so... we, like, make it on the stove. Actually, here's a follow-up question. Hot chocolate with water or milk?
I think milk. I could do either one, but I think milk is just better.
I won't drink it with water. I'm picky.
With water?
I will not drink it with water.
Yeah, okay. Sorry,
I think it's again. No, you're good. I only like it with milk.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'll drink it with water, but it's just not. Sometimes it tastes like watery chocolate, and it's just not great.
It's exactly what it tastes like. I think
I would pick hot chocolate if I had to choose, but I like both.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When do you eat Christmas dinner? Do you eat it on Christmas Eve or the day of?
I eat it on the day of. Christmas Eve, we're being lazy and doing appetizer type chips and dip and that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. We eat on Christmas Eve.
Oh, because you're eating soup at 2 a.m. after you drink a lot.
Which is funny because my family, like my parents, we never had alcohol growing up, but like, yeah. So, no, we would eat, and then we would go to church is kind of how it would go. And then we would be like ready to come home and go to bed or go to church in the afternoon, however it worked. But like, the day of, my mom makes this like one of those like French toast casseroles in the morning.
Yeah.
And we kind of just would eat leftovers throughout the day being lazy.
No, that's nice. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you more into indoor decorating or outdoor decorating? Like, I know you're in an apartment, but like, if you had to choose, which sounds more fun to you? Like lights outside or...
Oh, definitely indoor. I love seeing lights outside, but the thought of putting up lights outside makes me sad because I'm always cold.
No, I completely agree. Like, it actually sounds like a torturous experience to me. And two of my friends came and did it for me this year. They genuinely wanted to. And I was like, if
That's
you want
so
to.
Sweet.
And I actually have to say, I got to swallow my pride, though, and say it was like, it makes me so much happier than I thought. Like, I didn't think I ever cared about it. And now, every time I take my dog out to pee or something, I'm mesmerized by it. I just feel like the flyest house on the block. Yeah, no, it's so fun.
When I was in college and whenever they would put the lights on our sorority house, it was always super special.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm like, but y'all are going to come take them down, right? Because homegirl doesn't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Not going up there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, this is a funny question that we thought of when we were making this list, but in terms of what sounds more like torture to you on Christmas, building a gingerbread house or detangling a ball of lights?
So I know some of you like building gingerbread houses. Cassandra and I completely agree that it's actually a form of torture because the gingerbread house, it never stays up. You can never get it to stay, and then the icing gets everywhere, and it's not fun. It's not fun to me or to you.
No, by the time you put the roof on, it implodes. Casey put this on her personal Instagram story.
I did.
Again, we're not taking personal Insta followers, but like, But there were lots of people on your story that said that it was fun, and it was like,
how? Okay, my answer is I would rather untangle the lights. Like, I just can't. I can't do a gingerbread house. I will watch somebody do it that's artistic and good at that. I will not do it myself.
Nope. I kind of like untangling lights because it feels very satisfying once you get that big ball and done.
That's true. That's true. Okay, next. Angel or star on top of the tree? I think we kind of mentioned that already too, but...
Yeah, I have a star now, but growing up we always had like a Precious Moments angel, and now I think my parents have a big poinsettia.
Well, you have a star on top of your tree, but you have like 1,000 angels on your tree if you ordered all those angels.
I do have.
So I have an angel on my tree too, like on it, but not on top. It's actually a Bichon with wings, so we're not going to get into how weird that is, but that's what it is. I
need a picture of this.
You need a picture. You do. It's a Bichon with a halo and wings. Yeah, star. I say star as well.
Okay, so how long do you wait to take your tree down? Do you do it right after Christmas or after New Year's?
There is a very specific window of time. Like, you have to do it right around New Year's, because if you do it right after Christmas, that's just sad, and you also need that whole week to just rest. Sad. You don't need to be like working that week. You need to relax. But yeah. If you wait too long, like if you wait till like April, I'm going to be mad at you, because at that point that just really frustrates me. Like, if you are unable to take it down, don't put it up, because I don't want to see your Christmas decor in April. I just don't.
I mean, so Christmas lighting, like the lights from a Christmas tree, it's just like very nice warm lighting, so I get why you wouldn't take it down, but I feel like most people are just lazy.
I love the lighting, but it makes it not special at Christmas if you have it up all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So we take it down after January 6th because January 6th is Three Kings Day or Epiphany Day. It's celebrated across Latin America, and it's like the idea of it's the 12 days after Christmas. Uh-huh. That's a lot of people think it's the 12 days before Christmas, but the 12 days after Christmas is when the Epiphany is, and so like historically, I think that the Three Kings actually came in like April because they had a lot to walk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it's fun, and usually we'll do like some sort of mini celebration. Then like we'll get like 3 small gifts, like a blanket and stuff like that. But
that's cool.
But yeah, we take down our tree after that because that's the end of the holiday season.
Love that. Okay, baking cookies or caroling if you have to have a fun activity to do?
I like both, but I love cooking, so I would definitely, I mean, cutting out cookies and peeling them off the island is another form of torture to me, but I like to decorate them. But I've done both. I don't like being cold. Again, caroling.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
but
I like to sing, and so like obviously I like caroling and stuff, but I love baking cookies and decorating them. It's definitely like a tradition we do a lot of years. So I don't know. I think I think both too. That's actually really hard.
Okay, last one is I know you have, well, actually our listeners don't know, so I'll let you say that. But tropical Christmas or like a conventional sort of stateside whatever white Christmas idea?
I've never done a tropical Christmas, so I'd probably say like the quote unquote white Christmas, even though it doesn't really snow here. That's just kind of what I'm used to. Like,
it doesn't snow in Memphis.
Yeah, no, once again it didn't snow. But I'm gonna get copyright from singing that song on the pod. Yeah, so I'd probably go with the traditional, but hey, I mean, I'm not against having Christmas in a tropical place. That might be it would be different though. It would kind of feel weird.
It's very, yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It's totally different. But yeah, I think like, I don't know. I feel like it's different when we've done it in Puerto Rico because there are different traditions there.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is Christmas, but it's different Christmas. Not just like, it's not Christmas because we're not at home.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, for you it's different. Like if I was just gonna go to like Hawaii on Christmas, I feel like that wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't feel a certain way. But for you, like since that is like the traditions with the pig and everything, it's like that makes sense.
So good.
I love that.
It's delicious. But yeah, that is our very festive episode. Thank you for hanging in. We were really psyched, so we decided, like, you know what? We're going to make this a longer one.
Yeah, but we hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow us on all the socials. Email us at hello@rarewithflair.com.
And we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you again. Have a great holiday. Bye.
Bye.